Hello, welcome back. Hopefully you can hear my audio okay. I've tried increasing the volumes a little bit. Waiting on the loading screen. We'll go straight back in to day 2. If you want to know what settings I had on the world, just refer to the previous video in part 1. Well, I waffled on for half an hour about how I'd set the game world up and what changes I'd made to the default settings. Hopefully today, because I did all that in the previous video, I can just get on with trying to get myself sorted out in day 2. Really need to find more food primarily, and now that I made the example of the use of the spear, I was just looking to see what mod I had in it. It's just so I can't really put that in the club, but I need to make myself a new club because I had given myself a point in Pommel Pete so that I could start working on my club skill. Clubbing, going clubbing. Hopefully the volume is a lot better. Yeah, I'm smoking at the same time. If you're wondering why it might sound a bit mumbled now and then, I'll try and speak clearly and hopefully I won't cough too much. I could put the microphone on and push to talk, but I don't really want to because that would then mean I'm doing constant keyboard gymnastics to try and proceed in the game while at the same time keep pressing and releasing the microphone key. So I'm not that good at that kind of finger foo anymore. I'm old. I've got to keep things simple. This is just a clear the area quest, isn't it? Yeah. Bit of a trash house, but hopefully we might find some food knocking around. I need to find something soon. Let's have a check in there. It's just a defunct one. If I can find a wrench I could dismantle it, but sometimes if they were in situ you can find clothing in them, and occasionally you might find some decent eyewear like the looting goggles or the I can't even think, the nerdy glasses, that's it, yeah, that's what they're called. First lockpick. That might be. Oh, I hear ya. Where are ya? Give you a bit of a knockdown. Oh! Got a bit too close. Oh. You can't be the only one, I'm sure I heard another one. There's no other red dots on the radar at the top of the screen, so maybe it was just something outside. I forgot to loot that other house that I went through previously as well, so at some point I might go back there and see if we can finish it off, because there might be some good stuff in there. Oh, you ain't happy. Now he's happy. Now he has calmed the fuck down. I don't think that, sometimes it's worth checking in all the nooks and crannies. You can find some bits to loot. Often it's just rubbish, but everything's helpful when you're first trying to get started and get yourself set up. Yeah, I thought it looked fake. Oh, it looked fake, but there's nothing in there. Okay. Whatever. Give me food, I need food. And drink, preferably. What am I doing? Getting myself stuck in the hole. Yeah, more scrap crap. It sounds like there's a snake out there somewhere. Nothing up there. It's been a while since I've been in this POI, so I don't remember the layout of it. See, he's hungry, needs something to eat before we start fainting. I don't know if you do actually faint in this game with hunger. I think you just start. Oh, that is such a perfect combination. Would have been better if it was red tea, but that and that hobo stew, definitely. Hobo stew is one of the best recipes in the game because it uses up this stuff, the rotting flesh, which you get off the undead dogs, the undead bears, and the undead vultures. Yeah, you do get normal living bears as well as the undead bears, so that's why I'm specifically saying undead bears. Oh. What's that? I heard a creak like something breaking open. Oh, it's Hannah Fox. Get out of it, Hannah. We don't need any of your bullshit. Yeah, that's what you deserve. That one looks a bit like somebody else familiar from the news recently. Ah. Sometimes you can jump and then press the search button, the E button, to get to stuff on the top shelf, like a learning elixir. I'll save that. And tin food with recipes you can keep hold of to use in recipes later, but considering my current situation, I'm just going to eat whatever I find to keep pushing the food bar up until I get a bit more established and I've got more of a reliable supply of food. Yeah, it could have been the floor that was cracking when that other zombie was stomping through. Yeah, I've had all those cupboards. Did I get the rubbish? Yeah, thought so. I got the rubbish, but I didn't get anything interesting. Oh. She dropped in for a quick chat, but all she got was a whack. Oh, that was a bit of a snotty one. Snotty zombie. One lockpick versus a small safe. Maybe. We'll come back to it. Nobody hiding in there. Cool. It is only a level 1 clearance quest, so I'm not expecting there to be tons of zombies in here. I keep looking down because I'm checking to see if there's any possible fall throughs. You get like fake floors, collapsing floors that drop you into rooms underneath that are usually filled with unhappy people. They're not the shiny happy people. Nobody hiding in that cupboard. Nails, rubbish for now, basically. See that floor? Yeah. Ah, see. That must be a random spaced one. That was just unlucky and stood on one that was meant to drop through. Oh. Yeah, I'm not usually running. I can see it a bit more clearly there when the light is shining on it. When I'm starting like early levels of the game, I try not to run too much. Oh, cool. Let's run a book I don't know. Any book that you don't know is always good. Usually. Always, usually. 50% less damage from collapsing vines. Very nice, thank you. I only just realised I have I got enough to repair it? Oh yes, even better. That's a nice find. It's only a bone sheath, but at least it's better than nothing at all. Scrap the chairs for free wood. Scrap the empty tin cans for free iron. We'll keep most of the rest of the stuff for now though. If I have, can I put that? Oh, I haven't actually made a hat yet. What the hell? Why have I not made a hat yet? What am I doing? I need more cloth fragments. I thought I had loads of cloth. Right, well there's a settee downstairs I could smash up. I've got the one duct tape and a padded hood, although it's not a great amount of protection, it will be something. I don't think they have a mod slot in. And do I have enough to make that? I need a lot more iron and a couple of bits of leather. Yeah, I would prefer to make a metal one if I'm going to end up making one, but let's see what we can get to first. Let's see if we can finish this clearance off. Oh, there's a few of them in there. 3 of them. Run! Oh. That looked a bit like a handcuff. I don't want your jab. You can shove it. Yeah, I keep coming trying to offer me the upgrade. And I keep telling them no thank you. Talking about making a hat and then I find a crappy baseball cap. Okay, but I will have that, thank you very much. I'm gonna scrap that because it's worth pretty much bugger all. And just for now, no, stick it in there because it's got the most spaces for later. I mean, some people like to give all their equipment different colours or, you know, make it all the same colour. That was a little, obviously, colour paint mod that you can put into things. But I like to collect them up as well if I can. Because you can, oh, honey, excellent. You can scrap them into paint. And then you can make a paintbrush and then you can, obviously, paint your buildings and things like that. And another book I don't know, what is it? 10% more damage to humans. Well, that's going to be pretty much useless. But the footwear will be good enough for now. And I can repair them now that I've got those couple of bits of cloth. Cool. Being level 3, there'll only be 2 mod slots on there, but 2 mod slots is better than no mod slots. Can of dog food, might as well eat it. That is part of the recipe to make the learning elixir. The learning elixir gives you an experience boost basically. But like I said earlier, in this early part of the game I'm just going to scoff everything. Some random arrows, right, okay. This is one of those boxes you have to open, so I'm going to whack it for a bit. And then search it. 2 Molotovs. Yeah, could be useful. Yeah, I've killed all the zombies. We're at the return to trader point on the quest. So that is basically the end of the quest. So I'll just do that bit more looting that I was going to do. Basically just backtrack a little bit and go through any of the bits that I didn't get to. I take it that's supposed to be the quick way out then. Yeah. Most of the POIs will offer you a quick way out. Yeah, in the sense of an exit after you get to the end of the POI. So this room with these loot boxes in is obviously meant to be the end of this POI, and there's that open window there as a suggestion that, you know, you can just jump down and there you go. 2 cloth from that pile of whatever it was, bed sheets or something. No, I've done that. I haven't got a wrench, so I can't strip that whole bed down. Dismantling those old beds when you've got a wrench is a very good way to get springs, which is an item that you cannot craft. So it's one of those somewhat essential items. Yeah. Basically, if you've got the time and the space in your inventory, collect them and stick them away in a box somewhere, because guaranteed you will need them to make mods, to make weapons, etc. So considering you can't craft them yourself, they are a valuable resource to stockpile. Right, I smashed that up because I got a little bit of wood and some cloth from it. Scrap that. I suppose I might as well keep the iron arrows for now. Yeah, although I might not make much use of the bow. Right, let's repair them as well. Oh, hang on. Do I need to take them off first to be able to repair them? Yeah, okay. I thought you could repair them while you were wearing them. Right, that's a bit better now. Do I have enough to make the cloth hood? Or should I wait and see if I get some more iron? No, I think I'll go straight for the cloth one for now. Even though it'll be crap. It would be like, I don't know, probably single digits armor rating. As I say, anything helps at the moment, and it's got 1 mod slot. You can't, what? You can't, oh, it's a weapon flash. Oh, I kept looking at it thinking it was a helmet light. Oh, I'm a dumbass. Oh well. Because that was the main reason, like, I was thinking, oh yeah, look, I found a helmet light, I should make a helmet so I can put the helmet light in. Yeah, it's not a helmet. See, sometimes you need to actually, like, let the mouse hover so you can see what it says first, rather than just assuming, thinking you remember what it actually looks like. I'm talking to myself, obviously, telling myself that I was a dumbass. Right, well, I suppose I could make a bandana. Do they actually really provide much help? I seem to remember they give you a little bit of resistance to heat and cold. So, yeah, minor heat and cold resistance, that's it. But the others require either I find books to learn sewing techniques, or I actually find an item that fits in those places. Which I suppose I could make, if I can find some leather, I could make a poncho. But I'm worried about that as we progress. Considering the time's ticking on, I ought to head back and hand in the quest to get the XP and see if he's got any more food I can buy. And then I think I need to look for somewhere to get ready for the night time again. Oh wow. If you stay there, mate. Yeah, let me just close the door for you. This is terrible. That is such an awful thing to do. The thing obviously wandered in here and got stuck. But that was just like the game decided to give me things that I needed. Which is some leather, some meat. The bones not so much needed. Before I found this shiv I was thinking I needed to get more bones to make a shiv. But I found one instead. 6 leather is not enough to make a poncho, but if I can... have I got any glue? No glue. But if I can set myself up with a campfire, I can make some glue. Yeah, I've got some empty jars, I've got some bones. And if I can make glue, I can then make another duct tape, and that should be enough. Yeah, I'll gather some more iron as we go. Oh, okay. And I've got some meat for cooking as well. I'm tempted to take those just because I know at some point I'm going to need to build some defences, so having some cobblestone would be useful. I can hear someone wandering around out there. Yeah, he's making his way around the outside by the sound of it. Okay, well, I can always come back for the cobblestone. Let's head back this way. I'm moving slowly because I'm encumbered, because I'm carrying more things that I've got clear slots for. Again, there's things I explained in the last video, but that's to do with that pack mule skill and the pockets that you can find or make to put on your clothing and your armour, and they clear those segments in your inventory so that you can carry stuff in them without being encumbered. But for now I am encumbered. If you're running, when you get down to about half stamina, your character will start heavy breathing. So if you're distracted and not looking at the actual stamina reading on the bottom left of the screen, then you get a audible, a vocal reminder that he's knackered and he needs to stop running. Or, well, you don't have to, you can carry on, but beware that you're down to half your stamina. It's just a helpful reminder if you're too busy looking at other things on the screen while you're running round before you realise that you've completely run out of stamina and you're buggered. Oh, yes, I want them. I was keeping hold of them because I want to make a decent storage box at some point. Is there anything else I could scrap down? Bullet tips are not so useful to me at the moment, considering I'm nowhere near having a workbench or a forge to make more. What he's got in here is these things, sugar butts. These give you a 10% bartering bonus. I just thought I'm going to need to make space as well for the quest reward that he will give me. But yeah, I probably won't use the sugar butts right now with these low level piddly items, but...
Greetings, stranger. I've got the best deals in Navisgain.
Hopefully you have, mate. But it's worth stockpiling them.
Here you go, friend. Whatever you need, just say the word.
I don't really need either of them. I've got no firearm to put the foregrip mod onto. It's only worth 43, so it tells you the value at the top right. And shotgun shells are worth a fair bit, and that would be useful if I find a shotgun or make one, but that could take a while, and that means they're going to be sat in an inventory slot for ages waiting for a use. And you find that kind of ammo in loot more often than you'd find something like that. So I think I should just take that as a bonus, or at some point I might find a weapon that I can use it on. I'll get another quest now, although I'm not going to go and try and do it at the moment. Yeah, that one, just because it's closest.
Godspeed.
In the salon, okay. Let's see if there's anything worth me selling. We're 6 each. And it is worth keeping hold of them for another time. No sell price, I didn't think so. Okay, well, I doubt there's very much I'm going to be able to afford from him, but all I really care about for now is food. I'm not spending that much just for boiled meat. No way. I can make that myself. No, you're right, mate. You can keep your crappy boiled meat. He's got a blooming tier 3 pipe shotgun. It's a pipe shotgun, which is pretty crap. They reload so slowly. Oh, oh man, that would use up all my money. But that is such a useful knowledge book to get. That I could do with really getting as well to put in the club. He won't restock. He won't change the stock until day 4, so I'm going to buy that and keep the majority stack of cash that I've got left.
With you.
And, modify that, which will increase the damage it does. I know it's only a crappy wooden club, but this is what I was talking about in the previous video. When you're first starting off, you can pick whichever weapon you want when you're first starting off. You know, any of them are good at level 1. The spear's got reach, which is very useful. The knife, I can't think of the name of the skill. Let's just have a quick look. What's that? N comes under agility, doesn't it? Deep cuts. You know, the knife at level 1 is quite useful. It attacks really quickly, doesn't do a lot of damage, but you can attack very fast and keep moving. Maybe this first house, if I can get up on the roof, could do with somewhere taller than that though, really. We are sort of right on the edge of a town. Is there anywhere with water nearby? Oh, that's that church on the hill. I don't want to go anywhere near that yet. I'll probably end up getting a quest for that at some point. I don't want to backtrack on myself now. Definitely not the vets. That farmhouse down there. Maybe let's go and have a look at that. I'll just stick a quick waypoint on it for now. So see if I can make my way in there, and I might have to clear it out. Saying that, I might be better off just going back to the one I've just done, because I know it's empty. And it's got 2 floors, so I can easily set myself up a little bit on the second floor. It's not very defensible, because as far as I know, and by the looks of it, it's a wooden frame building so the zombies will be able to bash into it fairly quickly if they decide to. It's not like some of the others that are made out of brick or concrete. Yes, it would have been that place. I will do that tomorrow. Buddy's grain. See, that's what I was saying about somewhere tall, because I can make my way up to the top of that tower, or that grain lift, whatever, the crane area, and put a floor in, and that'll be quite a good distance to keep me out of harm's way from most of the wandering zombies. And you have to go all the way round to get in. That's quite a good way of, again, putting off the wandering zombies, because they'll be too busy trying to path their way through this to get to you. If we leave that shut, that means there's no direct route in for them. Yeah, it's a shame I couldn't get that, or I couldn't use that light, because it's a weapon light, not a helmet light. When it says weapon light, you can't put it on a melee weapon. You know, it's got to go on a firearm. And because I haven't got a firearm, I've got no light. That will give me an advantage in the dark though, because it will help increase my stealth. It's got a breakaway floor. Preferably don't want to be in that one. Yeah, let's use the loot room, because then that's at least 2 doors between me and any wandering zombies that might be outside, and I've got an easy escape route out the window. This could become a little storage room, or even a workroom if I clear these out eventually. Block that up. Was that someone out there, maybe? Don't know. What do you about that? If I hear any more noises. It's a bit of a shame that that's smack in the middle there. But it does mean I can use it as temporary storage, same as this one. These boxes do make useful temporary storage. Right, that's for a firearm, that's for a firearm. So there's no point me carrying them around with me at the moment. Can't do anything with that for now. I'll have to check in my recipes. I don't think I can make any pipe weapons yet, but I'll have a look, because that's always a possibility. I don't want to use my land claim block here for now. Stockpile them. Keep hold of that. See, some of this stuff is mainly just things that I am stockpiling. Should I make some more stone arrows? Maybe not, considering I've got these 5 iron arrows. Yeah, a lot of what I'm doing is talking to myself. I know, you know, I'm just talking out loud to try and give you an idea of why I'm bothering to keep some stuff. Only 1 egg is not enough to make bacon and eggs, so I'll have to just store that for now. I'm going to save that for now as well. I'm going to try making some glue, so we can make a duct tape with that. Keep medication with me. Don't need the plastic for now. Don't need the clay. Don't need them for now. If I make a duct tape, I won't have enough to... Oh, I haven't got the recipe to make medicated bandages anyway, so... some ammo for if and when I get the ability to make a shotgun. A pipe pistol, maybe. Right, let's have a look, see if I can. Can I make a pipe pistol? I can make a pipe machine gun. Needs 2 glue. No, I don't think I'll have enough to do that. It's the same, needs 2 glue. So it's only a pistol, but it all needs the same. yeah, all identical recipes, but just different formats of weapon, obviously for each different ammunition type. Right, okay, well maybe if I can make enough glue, but first things first, need campfire please. Find somewhere appropriate to put this down. I don't want to block up that entranceway. I'd really like to have a box there to put it on top of, but I can't without having more nails, so whatever. Just there will do for now. Can I even make glue with... No, I need a cooking pot. Shit, I ain't got no cooking pot. I can't make no cooking pot. Which means, just out of curiosity, how much bones does it take? 7 per. So I could have done 3 glue, which would have been enough to make the duct tape, and have 2 glue to make a pipe weapon. What I could really do with boiling some water. Hang on, do you need a... Well, thank goodness for that. I thought it was going to say you need a pot for doing that as well. I'm going to have to do that one murky water that I had into clean water, just so I've got something to drink. Because otherwise we're going to be struggling with thirst. I don't know why I kept them on me. No reason to keep hold of them for now. All I'll be able to do for now is charred meat. That should be enough. I'll only do 2 of them because it's quite wasteful. Using 5 meat to make charred meat. Charred meat doesn't give you a lot of points back. A lot of food fulfillment. As soon as this is done, I will turn it off. To save the fuel, so it tells you how much time of fuel you've got remaining. To fill it up, you can, if you right click on a stack, it splits it in half. So you right click, drag, and then if you want to, obviously you can just dump the whole lot in by left clicking. You left click to drop it, or if you right click one at a time, you put one of whatever it is in at a time. Or you build a stack. So if you're trying to separate a certain number from your stack, you can do it that way. But I'll leave just that one in there for now. Want that. Yeah, okay, because I can't exactly do a lot with that for now. Let's come and sit. Oh, I already was crouched, I thought I wasn't. Put that away for now. And that. I'll keep hold of that for now, just so I can keep track of how much I've got, because I know I need to get about more than that really. I'd like to get 4 times that, get up to about 100 iron, and then that'll give me enough to make a pipe firearm. Probably the machine gun, to be honest, because it's the best one, because it uses 9mm. And even with the basic weapon, it does enough damage quickly to do what you're trying to do, to save yourself from getting smashed by the zombies. Leave that lot in there. The fire's out, which will reduce my... I'm thinking if I can get up into this corner. So the further into shadow you go, the more it helps reduce your visibility. Right, over there. I definitely need to drink that because water is the main thing I'm missing. Or fluids. save the next one for tomorrow. Even though probably just as much, considering the timing, I might as well just eat it now. Because the way it works, you eat it and it adds an actual like timer that increases your value. Hang on, will it show you food? Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Under this section, food and water, see, has an actual numerical value, and you can overeat to a certain extent. So it's not just a matter of filling the bar up like back to back maximum. If you eat something that adds more than the maximum, it will go over and slowly decay. I think that might only be with the recipe cooked food though. Not tinned food, I'm not sure on that. Maybe I have to keep an eye on it next time. These are just the updated information in the journal. If you want to know like hints and tips and how-tos of playing the game, the majority of it is in these, and they pop up whenever you engage in an activity that relates to that information. So this is warning me about the heat that is generated by certain items, such as having the fire running. The fire generates a heat value on the map, and it's that heat value that can attract the attention of zombies. So it's not just the light that you throw in. So if I selected my torch, it's not just the light that's being emitted that the zombies could pick up on, it's also the heat. And at later levels, not that far away, it doesn't take a very high level, but eventually you'll get it'll be a part of the game stage functionality, I think. I don't know exactly what value it is, but once it gets over a certain value, you'll start having the possibility of a zombie type being spawned that's called a screamer, and the screamer looks a bit like Yoko Ono, or like the ghost in Ring. It's quite a few years old now, isn't it? It was a horror movie called The Ring. But yeah, it looks a bit like that. It's like a scary, almost like crazy woman with tangled black hair and a white ripped dress on. So she looks a bit ghostly. But if that zombie spawns, it comes to investigate the source of the heat. And if it sees you, they have to visually see you or find you. They have to have line of sight, I think. But if they get line of sight with you, if they see you, they scream, and the scream is a random horde generation, basically. So the scream will create, if you take, for example, like if one came into this room and saw me now, the scream would cause a random horde to be spawned around this location, and those randomly spawned zombies would then make their way towards wherever the screamer was. And in the worst case scenarios, because it's a random horde that gets spawned, and it will go to the number of enemies that you set in the settings at the start of the gameplay. So because I've got it set to 16 zombies, that when she screams, it will spawn in 15 other zombies to make the total of 16. But out of that 15, one of them could also be a screamer. So what you can end up with is like a screamer cascade effect. So the first one spots you, they scream, they summon in a random horde. That random horde includes another screamer who then also sees you and screams again, which means from that point, any zombies that you've killed off already, more will be spawned. And on it can potentially go. I think I might have mentioned in the first video that sometimes I like to build bases in a particular way so that it creates what I call a screamer trap. So you have heat sources, like the fireplace and like the smelters, which I haven't made one yet, but when we get to that, they generate a fair amount of heat. And you leave them running all the time, so that it purposefully attracts the attention of screamers. The screamers then try to make their way to the heat source. I have a very simplistic sort of, it's not exactly a maze, but I deliberately lay out some passageways that mean they're never likely to get line of sight with me before they encounter a trap that will kill them. So basically it's like a spider and a fly thing. You know, you set something up to lure them in, they make their, or try to make their way to you, they get smashed up by the traps, job done. And if you want to, you can always engage them and cause more zombies to spawn. So if you're in the mood that you want to actually have have a fight with some zombies, you can, you know, tempt a screamer to come and find you, and then let them see you so that it spawns a horde, and you can then have your fight with the horde. Or that sounds like somebody's in the house, because that creaky noise was one of those broken floor tiles that fall away when you stand on them. So I'm going to stay hidden behind this box. I've got a visibility of 6. I'm not making any noise. A lot of actions, like if I open that box, it will make a noise. If I search the box in front of me, it will make a noise. You know, so certain actions generate noise which the zombies could pick up on. If I switch to my torch now, it would bring up obviously illumination, which would then give them something else to possibly find me with. But I think it might be underneath, in the room underneath. It's difficult to tell sometimes, especially since I've turned all the volumes up, which means even though those footsteps sound fairly loud, they could be like downstairs or even outside. Hopefully the volume's a lot better on this one. And we've got, what, 48 minutes so far, so this day has been fairly quick, considering it's supposed to be an hour per day. Although I was starting a little bit later in the day because of the way I finished the first recording was after I'd been to the trader and done all that lot. So I didn't actually start recording until, what was it, about 7 AM in the game. I won't wait until then to stop. I'm just waiting on the dawn. I know it's a bit cheesy, hiding in a in a random room in a tumble down old building, but at the moment, being low level and with little equipment and hardly any skills. Did we get any skill points? Yeah, we got 1 skill point. What is going to serve me the best purpose at the moment? I will more likely spend a fair amount of points in the strength skill tree, because there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skills in this tree. So that's more than half. There's only a couple that I won't bother with, such as pack mule, which I explained in the last video. You know, it's just basically a waste of points as far as I'm concerned. Same with skull crusher. That's a specific skill for using a sledgehammer. It's like using clubs, but you use a sledgehammer. And I've found it's just not a very useful skill, even if you get it right up to maximum. It does a lot of damage, yes, but when you get to the later part of the game, it's not enough to keep up with the level of the zombies, and it's really slow to attack, and it uses a lot of stamina every time you swing it. you can get a lot more done a lot quicker with a club at max level. It attacks really fast, does quite a bit of damage, blah blah blah. I think it's a shame that they haven't allowed an offhand use with the single weapons, or even dual wield use. I think there are mods out there that allow you to dual wield weapons like the knives. You know, because you should be able to have two knives. And with the club, it'd be really nice if you can have a club and a shield. But there is no skill for shield in the game at all. You just got to rely on your armour to reduce the damage. Maybe one in lockpicking. That would at least give me a chance of picking those locks. Burglar does what? Pick locks 20% faster, 10% lower chance to break lockpicks, and you can craft lockpicks. But to craft your own lockpicks, you need steel and springs, I think, or is it mechanical parts? It might be mechanical parts. But it's not exactly something that you find near the start of the game. So I think that's so tempting, because then I could make a wrench if I can find a workbench to use. Maybe I should wait until I find a working workbench. But for now, and considering I have been doing, there's the chimes for the morning. Cool, so we survived another night by hiding for the dark. I think I might actually, considering I've been doing quests, and I will keep doing quests for now, certainly anyway, because they're a useful way of getting levels and getting that bicycle once you've done 10 quests. It's worth getting this one simply because eventually you get given 2 items rather than just one. Considering I've only got 1 point available to me at the moment. Did I do living off the land? Oh shit, no I haven't. Right, okay, well that's a decision made. Because I will work towards the farming and growing your own food. But yeah, if I've got a point now and then, and I'm not certain it's something I want to spend it on, and getting daring adventure just means you get better rewards for finishing quests. And eventually, if you get it up to level 4, you get 2 items rather than just the 1. So, right, okay. We have only 3 bits of armour, 4 if you count the hood. It's not a lot of armour, but it's something. They're all around 5 points apart from the scrap leg armour, which is 8, which is giving me what? 25, that's not too bad. Cold resisting is not good, heat resist is not good. Those values need to be like 5 times that amount eventually when you get up to the latter half of the game. And water will be the next thing, or liquids. Yeah, but I will finish there. It's just less than an hour because, like I explained, started the game a little bit earlier or a little bit later into the day, and we'll see where we go in the next one. We've got 1 more quest to do, and we keep searching for loot and looking to try and find a POI. I will make use of an already existing building. It's the quickest way to get set up for the first base. So we'll be looking for somewhere to begin building a base into. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you got this far, catches.